Hi YouTube, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, not bad. I've been thinking about people that people that all act the same out in this world, they pretend that they're like a one of a kind type of person, but they're like cookie cutter people, that type. They treat ones that are, well, if you use your brain in a different way than some people or most people, all people, um, they're going to treat you like you're not even a human being, and then they're going to try and justify their poor actions towards you. It could be with their religions or their beliefs or even just like a couple of people at a time, but after a while, these betrayals, they add up. I'm to the point now where I don't care if I'm misunderstood anymore. I'm in attack mode. I'm in combat mode with these creatures. I am believing in the depths of my soul that very few of us are actually human anymore on this planet. What it means to be human and how human beings treat each other, all of it. Um, they treat you scummy, and then when you push back, you're the bad guy. Or if you don't say anything, they think you're weak. I got news for them. I'm not what I've been labeled to be. It's like a crazy person doesn't know they're crazy. Well, they're going to know they're different, just like me. I know I'm different. I mean, so that's why I'm not chasing closure anymore with these people. I don't care for closure. I care for balance on this planet. I care for justice for everybody that's been treated scummy like that from these creatures that are trying to make it law to treat other people poorly and get away with it. Yeah. Um, mm, my lighter's getting low. Got a hoarse one. So, yeah, I was just talking over on Facebook too. When I first got on Facebook, it's been well over 20 years ago now, whenever they started, 25 years. My company for breaking horses was on there. Then I slowly, from it going from people with promoting their businesses, it went into almost like an online dating service with all these people trying to hit you up in your private messages and all that type of thing. And then, which reminds me of a story I'll tell you about in a little bit. But, or yeah, I will. I'll briefly touch on it. But then now, Facebook has got like more pornography on it than, I mean, I've never been on Pornhub or any of these dark web things or whatever. Um, but it's filthy. I mean, a person couldn't you couldn't leave your computer alone if you have kids in the house and you have your Facebook page open. I wouldn't recommend that. And kids being on there, not at all, not even close. Um, yeah. There is actual sites that try and lure children in, and I had seen some reports, even the news is reporting on that. But we all know if our government wanted to shut down these filthy sites, it's just like on Facebook. They let this trash in just as soon as I delete some group I had been a part of all of a sudden turns into some pornography shit. So I eliminate them, and the next thing I know, there's another one. It's like, what the hell is this? Yeah, it's beyond conspiracy. Um, this is um, reasoning. It's logical reasoning that we're seeing these things happen, that we know that they're trying to take us down from the inside out. I mean, the family life, the American dream of having your own place, or a good job, or even if you don't want the family, even if, well, hopefully if you already have one, you're taking care of your responsibilities. Uh, I'll tell you something quick on that too, and then get back to a story about my private messages. So anyway, uh, this one woman was on there saying, if women can get abortions, it's the same as a man making babies and then leaving the mother alone with those babies. What? I'm thinking to myself, wow, twisted sister, for real. That blew me away. I'm like, wow, you are really whacked. No, when you make those babies, you're responsible for them right then and there, period. You know, like, wow. Just like my ex and um, we didn't want any more children after the two. Well, I don't think he ever did, but, so we talked about who would get like, a tubal ligation for me or a vasectomy for him. And I said, well, he was always accusing me of shit I never did. I didn't even go anywhere without him. I didn't care. I've always been sort of a loner anyway. Or, like, I'd have friends, we'd get together, girlfriends, lady friends, we'd get together and have like a lunch or something like that. But, you know, I wasn't out and about like he was. So I said, why don't you get the vasectomy, and then if I get pregnant that I did something I wasn't supposed to do. It's pretty simple. And with Doug, we talked about, he wanted another kid, and it's like, that's not even going to happen, you know. And I went and got my tubes tied, and then after a while, I just stopped letting anybody touch me because I couldn't stand wanting a closer relationship with somebody that wasn't willing to go all out in that area. It's like, wow, I've had enough of that in my life. Thanks anyway. You know, and they can say, well, they did it in the past with an ex, or no, they didn't. No, they didn't. They never stepped up to be the men they're supposed to be, especially these ones that, I mean, Doug took care of his daughter financially, but these people that just leave their kids, I mean, I kicked my ex out. I didn't want his help anymore because it wasn't doing me any good. It was only benefiting him, not the children or I. I mean, having some crap gone a lot of the times, or coming in, disrupting, all kinds of weird, I mean, retarded shit. So I had had enough with all of it. But so I am at the point where I don't need closure from these dirty people that have done me dirt. Um, I'll settle for divine justice. I'll settle for retribution. I'll settle for their karma. I'm not going out actively trying to destroy somebody that isn't worth my time like that. It's like, nah, you know. And then I hear shit that they've said about me to somebody else, and it's like, when you ever gonna quit? I did a long time ago. So, yeah, people try and justify and make excuses, and I don't need closure. I don't want to hear your shit. I heard enough of that shit when I was in that relationship. I surely don't want to hear anything about it ever again. When I'm done, I'm done. You know, that doesn't maybe entirely include my kids and wanting to know if they're going to be okay in this world. I'm always going to long for them to become the gentlemen that I raised them to be, but being that they're not, I'm still going to keep my distance from them. No, I am not ever going to socialize with my own children again. It would take a miracle. And I'm not that stupid. I cannot be manipulated. They just thought I could because I was their mom. Oh, moms always forgive, do they? You sure about that? And that's mandatory, huh? In whose book? It's time for some new laws. When you got kids that'll take advantage of parents and manipulate them, and it isn't cute and it isn't funny. If they start that shit when they're little, they're never gonna stop doing it. So, yeah. So that is exactly why I don't need closure. They already closed the door for me, you know? Nothing I could do about it. I mean, you shouldn't have to beg somebody to treat you decent. You shouldn't have to beg somebody to treat you like a human being. Um, or not to overlook what your feelings are or any of that. And yes, they should just know. If they don't have that within themselves, they don't have the closure that you're going to be looking for. You'll be hoping for that for the rest of your life, and you'll never get it. If they don't live up to your standards, people, whoever they are in your life, you have to make decisions all the time on who you're going to be with, who you're going to socialize with, who are you going to let close enough in your life to affect your life. You have that right to make that judgment call on these people. And don't expect closure. That's my biggest message today. It's just not going to come. They don't care. People that care don't do these things to other people, period. I had people that tried to get me to cheat on them just because they cheated on me or wanted to. Uh, no thanks. You know, go do you. I'm good with myself, you know. I don't play these games these creatures play, you know. I've got there's two women on my Facebook that their men are treating them shitty. Um, I mean, I don't try to even give people advice. I just try to kind of lead by example. And then I know another woman, her and her kids aren't close, and um, yeah, let them carry their own guilt. This is a bullshit world in some bullshit times, and when you know you aren't like that and they are, it's pretty obvious what the problem is, and it isn't you. So, yeah, just hang in there and know that there's other people out here that feel like you do. And don't go begging or running after trash. No, don't do it. You're worth way more than them. You are, period. And no, we might have all been created equal, but it's not an equal thing. And I'm not fighting against the principalities of the air. I'm fighting against the people that carry that spirit. And I know that goes directly against what most people have been taught. Well, here I am. Should I call myself Lord? I didn't say God. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Well, you just heard it here. And I'm rewriting this shit. And I'm taking names out of the context in my world. How about you? What are you doing personally? Are you putting up with this mental shit from these scummy bastards out on this planet and running after them like there's something valuable that you need? Are you actually in love, or do you really love these people? Do you like them? You know, loving your kid, that's one thing, but do you like it? You know? Not the little person you raised, the one it turned out to be. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not chasing closure even from them. It's like, no, bye-bye, I raised you to be men. If you can't do it right, you have no business in my life, you know? But I'm thinking that some of these, see, I'm out here actually trying to connect with people that are going through the same thing, not the people that are putting themselves through the same thing and then using that as a tool like a narcissist to inflict their pain on other people, because that's what a couple of these women are doing. They're not reaching out for compassion from other women or their friends. They're actually using their words to attack people because that's just what they're doing and who they are. So there's really no reaching that either. You know, you can't fix people, you know. You can be an example. Yeah, that's all you can do. But, yeah, I made Swedish meatballs and mashed potatoes in gravy, you know, the Swedish meatballs, the little ones in gravy, white gravy, and then you put it on potatoes. I made them yesterday. I have leftovers. It was really hard to eat. I only eat once a day, and I really needed my energy. The first thing I saw yesterday, I went out to feed those feral kitties I have out there, and I saw part of a skull and a little white ear and a clump of white fur and a freshly devoured kitty. It was so gross. I suppose you're thanking me for helping you visualize that. Oh, whoa. I did take some plastic in an old coffee can and put the remains, and I'm going to start a bonfire. It's been raining, but I'll cremate what is left, you know. That was one of the grossest things. I mean, I found dead kitties, but not quite like that. But I did have one I called Heart Baby, and she got chewed in half by something. It could have been a wolverine, badger, mountain lion, timber wolf, coyotes, fox, even a weasel, a dog, or another big cat. Could have been so many wild animals that we have around here. I can't really say for sure what got them, but one time, and Doug said you don't want to go back there because only half a Heart Baby is there, her head and her arms, and the rest of her body was gone. He said, and she's a mess, so he covered her up, and then we buried her there, you know. Oh yeah, it happens. But so it wasn't very pleasant. I mean, I didn't have much to talk about yesterday anyway. That's not why I didn't make a video. I just didn't have much to say. I was thinking about, um, well, I heard somebody say, like they brought some phenomenal information and they're like, now you owe me. No, I'm paid in full. In fact, I'm so paid in full, nobody can touch it. And so we'll either call it even or we'll call it nothing at all. Making love out of nothing at all. Out of nothing at all. Out of nothing at all. Gee, who's that? Ooh, I should know her name. Kim Carnes? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Now, I might have to just go look that song up later. Jeez. So really, those are my thoughts on far as wanting closure from anybody. I'm way past that. Way past that. I'm usually the one that closes the door, and once I close that door, that fucker's locked, and you are not getting back in. And if you happen to chance by sneak in some way, I'll be waiting to take you out because I don't like people like that. And once I say goodbye, or not even say goodbye. I won't even say thanks for the memories. I'll just say, I don't need closure. Stay the away from me, because they're hoping that you'll chase them. They're hoping that you'll want explanations and excuses, and no, don't listen to any of it. People that are righteous, you don't make excuses. You do you, and you know you're doing it right. And besides that, nobody else is going to validate you. And if they do, in a crowd, you need bunches of likes in a crowd to validate you. That doesn't make you righteous. That just makes you desirable for the world. That's not my mode of operation. I only want a very select few of people in my life that get me as a human being. Other than that, who needs them? You know? I'm one of these, and yeah, you might not feel the same way, and I haven't always felt this way, but I'm ready to see this bitch burn and be recreated. If you might feel different, that's totally up to you. I'm not afraid of that. I'm actually going to help ignite those fires. So, yeah. When people ignored me and treated me like shit for all of my kind ways and my goodness that I truly have, you forged a monster in the fires that you created. This is not what I wanted to be. This is who these people made me to be. Cold. I'm not cold-hearted. I'm cold to them. Their coldness rubbed off on me. Now this is what they get. We're in these times. And like I say, I'm not fighting against the principalities of the air. I'm very fluent in the ether. And everybody's got their jobs to do. I'm fighting against the people that carry that dark force and use it on other people. That's what I'm out to punish these motherfuckers. And I'm not going to stop until I see you cower with fear, because loving kindness didn't cut it. So that's the position that righteous people are truly in right now, no matter who says what. And it's not a matter of forgiveness or non forgiveness. you know? It's like if a dog's going to bite your baby and you have to smack it or whatever to keep that dog away, um, you're going to do it. You're probably going to forgive the dog, but you still smacked it. That's what I feel like. I feel like they're dogs that need to be smacked with or without forgiveness. I don't care. That's where I'm at personally. So just let people know, it's not a game. I take everything very seriously, even my harsh words. Do I like myself like this? You fucking right I do. I'm not going to change. I'll never change again. I'll never be the soft person that was hurt ever again. That's gone. And I won't pretend to be something I'm not. I didn't want it. It was forced upon me. But the more you treat somebody non-human when they are human, you find out what's lying beneath. And yes, God created me just like He created somebody else. It's only maybe He put a little more thought into the end times and what it actually means. I say, burn, baby, burn, disco inferno, you know, disco here and disco there. Anyway, uh, yeah, I'll talk a few more minutes with you. Cheers. My lighting's a little better looking at my closet, but yeah, I might put it back to where I didn't look like walking death, you know, but either way, that's kind of scary too for people, so that's okay either way, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have one more cigarette here and then let you go. I think I told you the other day we've got a garden spot already. We've got the wood around it. I'm going to be probably in the next day or two getting my tomato plants out there. They're pretty big. They're going to do well, I'm sure. I'm going to probably keep one and put it in a pot and grow it in the house or somewhere. Anyway, so I don't have all my eggs in one basket, you know. I don't know what I said or did. Maybe it was because I was sharing a satanic congregation or channel. But I was friends with RFB on Facebook, and he unfriended me. Like, oh, Richie, did I hurt your widow feelings with your belief in your bloodthirsty God? Did I offend you? Yeah, I think I must have. It must have been something I said, you know. I wrote a good one today on a meme. I'll read it to you and then you'll like this. Some of you will like this, some of you may not. It'll take me a minute to pull up. Yeah, my computer was acting so goofy the other day. It was trying to update. I didn't give it permission. It was just doing whatever it wanted to do. I've been making some of my friends laugh on Facebook today. That's good. I usually do. Laugh or cry. They wanted to put ads on one of my posts. No way. And it's that one I was telling you when I first got on Facebook, it was for my company, Breaking Horses. Slowly it turned into a dating site. Now it's just about a porn hub. Anyone else sick of this scum? Why would people that claim to have a family, Zucker, allow this money or something more nefarious? You know? Oh, okay. It's got a woman just grinning. She's in a lab coat with a stethoscope around her neck. Ask your doctor if being fake and gay is right for you. And I wrote on top of this. This is for these ladies that are on here um, telling us their husbands are narcissistic and what they're doing to them, but they don't really talk to any of the people that are trying to console them. They're just kind of badgering people out of their pain, not out of their pain, into their pain with them, trying to. So I put on top that I believe men that get with women but are cruel are gay inside or have been or had been against their will and punish women because they're afraid to confront the man that bought them, or a woman messed with them at a young age, or all of the above. Still, if y'all hate women, find your own gender and please yourself. Stop pretending you are loving towards us. We see you and we will make you level up or perish. Time for some harsh laws on this planet. That's how I feel about that. Yeah, I think that's what made my friend laugh. Yes, it did. Good for her. She knows. Let's see. I'm just going to see what she said. This was about people that aren't allowed to see their grandkids, and I had told them I had went through that for about 10 years. My oldest son did not want his wife and I to talk and talk about him. He's no longer with her or their three children, but um my friend I had told her I had went through this with my daughter-in-law and my two sons, and she wrote back, God is talking to me. I feel your pain. We are definitely in the end times. I never thought there would be so many people going through what I'm going through. I'm definitely praying for you. Uh, Sweet. Same here, lady. I'm going to give her a hug. Yeah, her kids. This one in particular. So yeah, it's a sad world, but you got to be strong and you can't tolerate the shit people treating you low when you're not low or ignoring you when you have the world to teach them. I mean, if they don't want to learn from what is good, what do they want to learn? Their lessons. Yeah, here we go. It's almost go time. Won't be long, people. It's only so much that the human spirit can take before it shows them that there's two sides of God. you know. So, well, I'm going to get this uploaded. I do appreciate you joining me. Don't play with these people. Don't chase them. Please do not chase scum. Let the scum people be scummy together. Don't beg for love out of things that don't know how to do that the right way. You only hurt yourself more, and you give them pleasure by even arguing with them or even letting them air their excuses. No, 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 no more. So, all right. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.